Alright, how's everybody doing this evening? Back again with another video for you guys and gals. And tonight what I have for everyone is my full review of the Bopmen S40 Pro or S40 Bluetooth truly wireless headphones. So I've been using these bad boys for a good amount of time, and I feel like I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions on them, and that's what I'm going to share with everyone in this full review. So without further ado, let's jump into this full review, and hopefully by the end of the video you guys and gals know whether or not these headphones are worth picking up. Let's go. Now, starting off, the first thing I want to talk about with everyone is the overall build quality and design of these headphones. And in my opinion, these are the worst two categories of these headphones. Now, in terms of the overall build quality, these bad boys are built strictly out of plastic with your faux leather protein cups, okay? And in terms of the build quality, I have to say it's really bad. If I hold these up to the mic, y'all hear how creaky that is? Y'all hear how it flexes? That to me does not, inspire, what's the word that I'm looking for? That to me does not lend confidence in terms of the overall longevity of the headphones. Y'all hear how plasticky and how creaky that sounded? That is really bad build quality in my opinion, okay? So the build quality on these is really bad. I can't even think of a worse word. It's really bad, yeah. And the same thing can be said for the design for two reasons. Reason number one, the foldable headphone design. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Now, I understand why companies would make their headphones foldable because it makes it more compact and portable. But to me, that just adds another breakage point at the folding junctions for the headphones. So that is a big negative in terms of the overall design, in my opinion, okay? Now, negative number two is the buttons and the placement. Now, in terms of the tactility of the buttons, they're very clicky, but in terms of the placement, I feel like this was a bad idea. Now, me, myself, I'm not ambidextrous, I'm not left-handed, I'm right-handed, and a large majority of society is right-handed, so I was kind of weirded out to see that Bopmen decided to put their button controls and all the primary functions and features on the left-hand side. And that took a lot of getting used to and a lot of adjustment, and I'm not a big fan of it. So that's another negative to the overall design. So again, in terms of the design, I have to say these are bad as well. So in terms of the build quality and design on the whole, yeah, these are two really bad categories for Bopmen right here. They're not starting out on the right foot for this review, in my opinion, at all. But let's see if they can redeem themselves. So in terms of the build quality and design, it's a no-go for these headphones. All right, let's keep it moving now. Now let's take a second to talk about the overall core features of these headphones. Now let's dive straight into this. Core feature number one, these bad boys do have built-in Bluetooth 5.0 technology on board, so you can truly live that hashtag wireless lifestyle with these headphones. So that is really good stuff there, in my opinion. Core feature number two, and for as much as I dislike it, these do feature a foldable design, which makes them extremely portable and compact, but I already told y'all why I don't like it, but it is a feature nevertheless. Core feature number three, these bad boys do feature the 3.5 millimeter aux jack on board, and you can indeed use the aux jack without needing to provide additional power to the headphones. So that is a really nice core feature in my opinion there. Really good stuff there. Core feature number 4, these bad boys do have, spoiler, some really good microphones on board, and the overall microphone performance, in my opinion, is top notch. We're going to expand on that a little bit later on in the video, but really solid microphones on these, in my opinion. All right. And core feature number 5, these bad boys do have active noise cancellation on board via this little switch right here. And I gotta say, the active noise cancellation on these is pretty good. It's not the best I've experienced, but it's pretty good. All right, good stuff there. And finally, the last core feature on these headphones is they do give you the ability to pair up 2 devices and use those 2 devices simultaneously with this one pair of Bluetooth headphones. So that pretty much does it for the overall core features, in my opinion, with these headphones. And overall, I would say the core feature set on these is top notch, in my opinion. All right, let's keep it moving now. Now let's go ahead and talk about the overall sound quality, volume, and the bass on these. Now, in all 3 of these categories, I have to say these headphones were really good. Not the best I've experienced, but really good. In terms of the overall sound quality, it was crisp and clear throughout, with minimal distortion on the low and the high ends of the volume spectrum, but it's not the best sound quality that I've experienced, but it's good. It's good. And the same thing can be said for the volume and the bass. In terms of the volume, these do get loud, and I can easily drown out my surroundings, but it does need a little bit more volume sometimes, in my opinion, especially if you're trying to take phone calls and you're in a crowded environment or a noisy environment. You'll be able to hear callers no problem, and they'll be able to hear you, but you're going to be wishing for a little bit more volume, okay? So the overall volume on these is just pretty good, in my opinion, and the overall bass on these is pretty good as well, okay? Now, one thing that I have to mention is that the overall sound quality and the bass on these does get better if you use the 3.5mm aux jack. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Although Bluetooth technology has come a long way and is close, it still cannot beat a wired connection, especially if you have a nice pair of gold-plated aux cables like I do. I always recommend you get a nice pair of gold-plated aux cables, and you're going to have a really good overall experience using these with the 3.5mm aux jack, okay? And that will improve the overall sound quality and the bass on these, okay? But all in all, in my opinion, it's just really good across all 3 of these categories. Not the best, but really good, okay? So let's keep it moving. Up next now, let's talk about the overall microphone performance. And as I alluded to earlier, now I'm not entirely sure where the microphones are. I think it's right down there. But as I alluded to earlier, the overall microphone performance on these headphones is top notch. Now, I did just about everything you can do with these headphones in regards to testing out the microphones. I dictated a bunch of text messages. I dictated a bunch of emails. I took a bunch of phone calls, all that good stuff, and I even dictated a bunch of voice commands to various different devices, and the microphone performance on these was top notch, and I had no issues regardless of whatever I was doing, and that was especially noticeable for phone calls. Callers said I sounded very crisp and clear throughout, with no distortion, no fading in and out, and no poppiness of any kind. Okay, and that's really high praise when we talk about microphone performance for Bluetooth products. So to me, that means that the microphone performance on these is top notch. All right, now let's keep it moving. Up next now, the next thing I want to do with everyone is just briefly take you guys and gals through the overall pairing steps, and then I'm going to demonstrate for everyone the overall Bluetooth headphone button controls, and we're going to keep it moving. Now, as I always mention, these pairing steps that I'm about to go over, they will work on any Bluetooth compatible device. So as long as your device has Bluetooth technology built in, these steps will work. They will just look a little bit different depending on what OS or platform you are using, Okay, so Android is going to look different from iOS, which is going to look different from Windows, which is going to look different from Linux. Okay, but these general steps are the same. I just have to point that out every time so people don't get confused. All right, so that being said, I am going to show y'all how to pair up one device, and I am going to show y'all how to pair up two devices so you can use two devices simultaneously between this one pair of headphones. All right. Now, in particular, this evening, we are using Android devices. So I got my Pixel 2 XL on deck, and I got my Pixel 1 XL on deck as well. And we are going to be using Android here in this video. All right. So the first thing you want to do is let's prep our devices. Now, we're going to have to connect these up one after the other. So we're going to use the Pixel 2 XL first. So you power on the screen. You swipe down twice on your notification shade to bring up the quick toggles area. Then you want to tap on your Bluetooth quick toggle once, give it a few seconds to turn on. Then you want to press and hold on it to take you into the Bluetooth subsettings. Then you want to tap on this option right here that says pair a new device. Okay, and now your device is ready to go. It's scanning for nearby Bluetooth devices. So your device is ready now. We'll rest this down for a second. Now, back on the headphones, you want to press and hold the power on multifunction button here for 3 to 5 seconds. You're going to be greeted with some cues. You're going to get some audible cues. It's going to tell you powered on, pairing mode, and you will see a flashing red and blue LED down here as a visual cue letting you know that the headphones are in pairing mode. Now let me hold this up to the mic to see if I can get y'all a nice audio sample of the audible cues, and then we're going to keep it moving. So give me a second here. So, pressing and holding.
Power on. Pairing.
All right. So I don't know how well y'all heard that, but it did power on and it did go into pairing mode. And there is the red and blue flashing LEDs with your visual representation that the headphones are in pairing mode. All right. So now you can rest the headphones down for a minute, and back on the device that we prepped earlier. You just want to go into the Bluetooth settings here, and you want to wait till you see this model number pop up. So Bopmen S40, we're going to tap on that. It's going to start the pairing process. We'll get a pairing confirmation dialog box. Hit pair, and it's going to pair right up. And you will get an audible tone on the headphones letting you know connected. All right. And now you have successfully connected up your device to the headphones, and you are good to go. So if you had one device you wanted to connect up, you're done. Go ahead, rock out, baby. Enjoy your headphones. But if you want to connect up two devices, let's walk you through how to do this. So all we have to do to connect up two devices is you want to power off Bluetooth on the first device. So we're going to turn that off. It's going to tell you disconnected. It's going to go back into pairing mode. So you can see it's back in pairing mode. And then on device number 2, we just want to repeat the steps. So power on your device. Boom. Go into Bluetooth mode. Swipe down 2 times on the notification shade. Bring up them quick toggles. Tap the Bluetooth quick toggle once. Turn it on. Wait a few seconds. Press and hold to take you into the Bluetooth subsettings. Tap on pair a new device. And you're just going to wait till you see the Bopmen S40 Bluetooth headphones model number to pop up. Tap on that. Give it a second to pair. Boom. Done. Then back on device number 1, all we have to do is turn it back on. Turn back on Bluetooth. Boom. It should automatically reconnect. And bam, we are connected up on device number 1. So we're connected up on device number 1. And as y'all can see, we're connected up on device number 2. So just that easily, that's how you would pair up one device if you have one device. And that's how you would pair up 2 devices if you wanted to use 2 devices with these one pair of headphones. All right, so good stuff there. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the Bluetooth button controls for the headphones. And we only need one connected device to demo that. So let's turn off Bluetooth on one device and put this off to the side. Now, when you disconnect one device, it will stay connected to any device that you have connected. So if you had 2 devices connected, it will stay connected up to whichever device you didn't disconnect. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into these button controls, and it couldn't be any simpler with these button controls. Let's start off with the music controls first. So let me pull up some copyright-free music. Now I did have some copyright-free music playing earlier, so that should make this easy. Let's start the music, because you do need music actively playing to use your music controls. So we're going to push it, start it playing. Okay, and y'all can see it's playing. Now, we got one tap play and pause functionality with the headphones. So one tap on the multifunction power on off button will play or pause the music on your device. So let me show you. One tap, pause, one tap, play. All right, just that easy, real easy, right? Good stuff. Now, moving on. Let's say you want to go to the next or the previous track. Well, that's just a press and hold on the volume up or volume down buttons for 1 to 2 seconds to take you to the previous track and or the next track. So let's demo that here. So let's say we want to go to the next track. Press and hold on that volume up button. Takes us to the next track. I can see that was about 2 seconds. Let's do that again. 1, 2. Yeah, 2 seconds. Let's do that one more time, just so y'all can see how easy it is. 1, 2, 2 seconds. All right, so pressing and holding on the volume up button on the headphones for 2 seconds will take you to the next track. Now, let's say you want to restart the track or go to a previous track. All you have to do is press and hold on the volume down button for 2 seconds to take you to the previous track or restart the track. So doing it one time restarts the track, doing it a second time takes you to the previous track. So let's demo this here. So pressing and holding, restarted the track, pressing and holding again. Oh, takes us to the previous track. All right, one more time, let it play for a little bit. Press and hold, restart, press and hold again, previous track. Just like that, real easy, no muss, no fuss. Let me show you one more time so you guys and gals know how easy it is. Then we're gonna keep it moving. So pressing and holding, restart, press and hold, previous track. Just that easy, right? Couldn't get any easier than that. Now, let's say you want to change the volume on your device, but you don't want to use the device to actually control the volume. Well, that's real easy as well. Single tap on the volume up for volume up, single tap on the volume down for volume down. It's really just that easy. And with these nice tactile buttons, you're definitely going to know what you're doing. All right. And you do get a nice visual representation on your device if you have a newer Android device, so you can see the volume as you press the buttons. So let's demo this here. So volume up, one tap. Volume up, one tap again. Okay, volume up, one tap again. Volume up. So you can just keep pressing. And you can see once you hit the top, you get that nice beep, letting you know you're at max volume. So just that easy. And let's say you want a volume down, same thing, but in reverse. So one tap on the volume down button. Volume going down. Just that easy. See? No muss, no fuss. All right, let's turn it back up for a second. All right. Now, let's say you want to go ahead and interact with your voice assistant. Well, a simple double tap on the multifunction button will call upon the voice assistant of your choice. So if you have an iOS device, it's going to pull up Siri. If you have a Google device, it's going to pull up the Google Assistant. Let me demo that for y'all here. So double tap on the multifunction button and let's check the weather, for instance. So let's go. 1, 2. What's the weather like in Palm Bay this evening?
Currently in Palm Bay, it's 82 and clear. The forecast tonight is around 81 with a thunderstorm. Due to the current humidity, it feels like it's 90.
Yeah, I don't know how well y'all heard that. It feels like it's 91 degrees in the evening with thunderstorms. Only in Florida, baby. Let me do that one more time so y'all see that was with music playing, and directly after it delivered the information, it restarted the music. But that feature will work as well without music playing. So let's pause the music and let's redo the voice assistant yet again. And this will work with your voice assistant phrase. I'm just not saying the phrase because I don't want to trigger all the devices in my room. It would be bad. But let's do that again with no music playing. So double tap on the multifunction button. What's the weather like in Palm Bay this evening? Okay, so y'all can see it worked just that easy with or without music playing. So that essentially goes over your Bluetooth headphones button controls. And now you do have phone call controls as well. I'll be sure to put those up on the screen now. And for the most part, once you get used to them, they're really straightforward as well. Okay, so that covers the pairing steps and the Bluetooth earbud button controls or headphone controls. I use those terms interchangeably. Now let's keep it moving. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about with everyone now is the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. Now, once again, these headphones have an overall Bluetooth range and strength of 10 meters or 33 feet. That's the standard range for Bluetooth 5.0 technology devices. And for the most part, when we talk about range and strength, I have to say the range and strength on these was pretty good. Okay, didn't have any issues as long as I stayed within that dedicated 10 meter or 33 foot range. Didn't have any issues whatsoever. Okay, so the Bluetooth range and strength on these is top notch in my opinion. No issues whatsoever. And for the rare instances, let's say when I was in environments with a lot of interference, that's when this 3.5 millimeter aux jack comes in handy, so I can still rock out and enjoy the headphones. All right, so in terms of the Bluetooth range and strength, it is top notch in my opinion. No issues. Now, moving on, the next thing I want to talk about with everyone is the overall durability. Now, in my time with this product, I have not dropped the headphones, praise the Lord. And you know that's saying much because you know your boy is an extremely clumsy individual. Knock on wood. But how do I feel about the overall durability on these? The durability on these is not good, okay? And I would equate that to two things. Those two things I mentioned earlier, but I'm going to reiterate them here. The foldable design, it just adds another breakage point. And then the super plasticky build materials and the creakiness, it just doesn't inspire good longevity, and it doesn't inspire durability. So I know it's not a matter of are these gonna break if they drop. It's a matter of when are these gonna break if they drop. So these will break if you drop them. So the overall durability on these is not good. I've tested a bunch of different headphones of this style with these same build materials, and they pretty much broke sooner or later every time. Case in point, the Zealots, the B21, really good headphones, broke them, super plasticky build. Another case in point, the only one device that I have in my Too Good to Be True series, broke that one within a few minutes of using it. And all of those headphones have super plasticky foldable designs. So if my experience is any indication, the durability on these headphones should be really bad. So just be super careful with these. All right, so durability, not too good. Okay, now moving on, let's now expand upon the overall charge times and the overall battery life on these headphones. Let's start off with the charge times first, because this is another weak point of the headphones in my opinion. Now, the manufacturer quoted on the website and in the user manual that these headphones should charge up in about 2 to 2.5 hours. Okay? And that's using the old school micro USB charging port. Not a fan of that either, but it is what it is. Okay? So they're claiming an estimate of 2 to 2.5 hours. Now, in my testing, which was done at 35 and 50% volume respectively, these bad boys took anywhere from 3.5 to just over 4 hours to reach a full charge. And as I always say, I use some form of fast charging throughout my whole home. So whether it's direct power delivery, turbo power charging, or quick charge 3.0, 2.0 of some sort, I use fast charging all throughout my home. So I was expecting to get the absolute fastest charge times with these headphones, and I was very disappointed to see the charge estimates that I got. So yet again, I got 3.5 to 4 hours to reach a full charge on these. Now, when the battery is low, you will get 2 to 3 low battery audible notifications. You get like a beep beep, beep beep, 2 to 3 times, and then it will go off. And it will flash red when the battery is low, so you will get that red visual LED when the battery is low on the headphones. And as long as you plug it in before that third low battery notification, they'll charge up in about 3.5 hours. But if you let them drain to completely dead, it's gonna take a little bit over 4 hours to reach a full charge. Okay, so not good charge times on these headphones, not good at all. But now that we're talking about the battery life, let's jump over there. The battery life on these headphones is top notch in my opinion. Now, the manufacturer is estimating that if you use active noise cancellation, you'll get 12 to 15 hours on a single charge with active noise cancellation and Bluetooth turned on. Now, if you're just using Bluetooth by itself, you're gonna get 30 hours with Bluetooth on a single charge. That's the manufacturer's estimates. Now, in my particular testing, I found that to be above and beyond the case. With active noise cancellation turned on, I was averaging between 20 and 24 hours on a single charge, and with active noise cancellation turned off, I was averaging between 30 and 41 hours on a single charge. I believe my peak battery time was 41 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, so a little bit over 41 hours. So the overall battery life on these headphones is top notch in my opinion. So really good stuff there. So we kind of split the difference there. Really bad charge times, but really good overall battery life. So if you're a casual user, these should last you 2, maybe 3 weeks tops on a charge. If you're a heavy user, you're definitely gonna get a couple days out of these. Okay, it all depends on what you do with the headphones. And I am an extremely heavy user. All right, so your guys and gals results may vary, but that pretty much covers the overall charge times, and that pretty much covers the overall battery life. All right, so now what I want to do for everyone is I want to briefly summarize the positives and the negatives of these headphones. Then we're going to go ahead and talk about the pricing and availability. Then I'm going to wrap this video up, and I'm going to give y'all my final thoughts and an overall recommendation. So let's jump straight into the positives and the negatives, and let's start off with the negatives first, just to break up some of the monotony. All right, so starting off with the negatives. Negative number 1, the overall build quality on these is really bad in my opinion. Okay, the overall design on these is really bad in my opinion as well. That foldable design, not a fan of it, y'all know why. And the button placement is on the wrong side in my opinion. So those are 2 really big negatives in my opinion. All right, another negative is the fact that these are using outdated charging technology in the micro USB charging. At this price point, you can definitely find USB Type-C headphones. So I would have really liked to have seen USB Type-C headphones on here. And the last negative of these headphones is the fact that they take really long to charge up. Okay? Really long charge times on these headphones. So that goes over all of the negatives. Now let's talk about these positives real quick. Now, as I said earlier, these bad boys have a really solid core feature set on board. They have top-notch microphone performance. They have really good overall sound quality, volume, and bass. Really good stuff there. They have really good overall Bluetooth range and strength. And they have top-notch overall battery life. And the price that they're available for, that is really good in terms of the features and the positives. All right, we're going to talk about the price in a little bit here. But that essentially goes over the positives and the negatives in my opinion. Okay, now let's keep it moving. And as I always do, I'll have a full list of the positives and negatives thrown up in post. And also, I am not perfect and I don't claim to be. So if y'all pick these up and you spot a positive or a negative that I did not mention, please leave that feedback down below in the comments. As always, all feedback is appreciated. Just make sure you keep it respectful, please. And only by providing our feedback will we get better products, okay? If we don't provide feedback to the manufacturer, we won't get any better products because they won't know where they have to improve upon, okay? So if you spot a positive or negative that I did not mention, or if you want to share your positives and negatives with these headphones, if you decided to pick them up, please leave that down below in the comments. All feedback is appreciated. Let's keep it moving now. Now we've reached the final part of the video, and this is where I want to talk about the pricing, give y'all my final thoughts, and get into the recommendations. Okay, now in terms of the pricing, I just want to let y'all know, in the interest of full disclosure, as I said in the unboxing, these bad boys came in via the Amazon Vine program. So I was actually able to get these completely free of charge, and all I had to do is write up my completely honest review and post it to Amazon. Okay, that's all I had to do. That being said, I still did do my due diligence, and I checked all across the web, and I found these available in prices ranging from, the least I saw was about $40, and the most I saw was about 45 bucks. Okay, and at that price point, can I recommend that you guys and gals pick these up? Well, sadly, I'm gonna have to say no, and this is strictly based off of past experience with this style of headphones in terms of the build quality and the overall design. In terms of longevity, I just don't feel like these headphones are going to hold up. So I can't recommend a product that I don't feel will hold up. Okay, so can I recommend these at that price point? In my opinion, I'm gonna have to say no. Okay, for about $5 to $10 more, you can get a pair of headphones that offers pretty much the same features with a better overall build quality and design. These are the Boltune truly wireless headphones, and these range in price from about 40 to 50 bucks. So about $5 to $10 more, and they have a lot better build quality, a lot better design, and they offer pretty much the same features as I went throughout this entire review. Okay, so I would just recommend spend the extra $5 or $10 and just pick these up. You're gonna have a much more enjoyable experience, in my opinion. So once again, can I recommend these, the Bopmen S40s? No, I can't. I can recommend the Boltune truly wireless headphones easily over the Bopmen S40s. Okay, and that, guys and gals, essentially does it for this full review. Okay, so as always, if you guys and gals found this review helpful in any shape, form, or fashion, and if you enjoyed the review, please help your boy out by giving the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. As always, if y'all would like to see more content like this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. That being said, if this video did pique your interest and you guys and gals would like to know where you can pick up these headphones at some really great prices, all the links along with my extended coverage of these headphones will be available down below in the video description. So as always, if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description will be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. Alright, recording this video here this evening, I am using the rear-facing 12 megapixel primary camera on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Active. This video is being recorded in 720p resolution at 30 frames per second, and I am using my lapel clip-on microphone to record all the audio. So please let me know what you think of the overall video quality as well as what you think of the overall audio quality down below in the comments. As always, all feedback is appreciated, and keep it respectful, please. So now let's get into a nice respectful conversation as to how you guys and gals feel about these headphones. I'll meet you guys and gals down below in the comments. Let's talk about these headphones. I'll meet y'all down there. Okay, I hope everyone has a great evening. I hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there, and I will catch everyone in my next video. Peace, everyone. We are out of here.